Hi, I'm Milton Rendell. Welcome to Real News Friday. Obviously, Melbourne Cup this week, and like a big outsider came in, a bit like the US election. A lot of people were talking about one particular person and ended up with the other. So, US election's done. That'll be interesting to see what influence that has on our economy. People say no, it won't. Yes, it will. Come January of next year, there'll be obviously Republicans are back in. I'll be interested to see how that affects interest rates. I see there's already been some stimuli in some of the share market and other parts diminishing. So we will see where it goes. But between now and January, I think there's going to be more questions than answers in terms of that, which brings us around to the discussion of interest rates. Having a bit of a read about what they're saying in Australia, they're talking about possibly interest rates in Australia coming down. Depends on what you read. Some say February of next year, others are talking May. We will see. But we also got to keep in mind next year we have our own elections. We have state and federal elections, and they'll both be fairly close to each other's. So the sugar daddies will be coming out fairly soon, handing out their sweets as we try and massage us towards those. But we will see what happens from there. Anyway, locally, just getting back to the real estate part of it, rents, the median price for rents is still staying exactly the same as it has been since March, sitting at similar sort of figures to where we were, at $720 bucks per week. Now we're also seeing, my apologies, $650 per week. God, imagine it was $720. Prices for houses are still at $720,000. And that's sort of still on the increase. Comparing it to a year ago, the median prices for houses was $585, and compared to the previous year of $541. So, been quite a big jump in the last 12 months. Probably one of the biggest jumps we've seen for quite some time. Will we see some levelling? I get the feeling we might do. Everyone says interest rates are kicking in, and that's why they're talking about interest rates coming down. But these sort of figures still going around that probably interest rates aren't biting enough. So I'm doubtful about the interest rate reductions early next year. I think they're possibly more later next year. But again, it'll get back to what's happening over in the US as well as Australia. But it's going to be an interesting next 6 months. Lots of elections and more questions than answers. Anyway, all the best. Catch up with you again next week.